Bd29 Mirror, Story and Guidance. The Magical Council, 29 out of 32. Mirror, the guiding force of reflections. The guiding force of reflections. All you see are reflections of yourself. Quote, "We don't see things as they are, we see them as we are." Talmud. End of quote. Mirrors a story. After Kalimabanco had taken its place as the governor of Crystalia, it was me, a drop of the ocean of love, the home of Kandu, that came to venture Crystalia. As a crystal child of light, I settled down in Orania, the lower crystal kingdom, and Kalimabanco observed me with care, for he knew he needed a team that would help him to keep life in Crystalia going. As a young child playing in the gardens of the castles of garments located in the plains of dreams, Kalimabanco gave me the name Mirror, meaning that I represent the force of reflection, and letting you know that the only one you meet all the time is you. You are like Kalimabanco, who is called the one with the many faces, but one true face is hidden underneath all of them. At a young age, living in the plane of dreams, I discovered that I had the ability to see that everything what others and even myself was experiencing in the outside world was just a reflection from within. I was so bold that I told everybody when they complained about anything that which they were complaining about was inside them. It was something about themselves. This was after the time when everybody lost their direct contact with Kandu, the creator and life sustainer. Our sense organs took over the lead and influencing the mind and wanting only things from Crystalia, the creation. So I was not very liked in the community and became very angry at everybody, and with my magical powers I infused everybody with the power of reflections. Now they had to really deal with this all by themselves. When this power in the beginning was so very active inside everyone, it didn't take long before everybody stopped looking at themselves. Everybody was scared looking in their own mirror, which was a reflection from within them. They rather pointed outward, blaming others and complaining. This would keep them powerless, because to change really anything, one needed to go within themselves and making changes there. So I made endless mirrors and placed them everywhere in the plane of dreams, and it scared everyone having to look at themselves. But it didn't too long either that many left the area and became blind to really look at themselves. Those who stayed started to look in the mirror for other reasons, to see how they were dressed up, how their hair was sitting and how beautiful they were. This was all excellent for Kalimabanco's plan, because it would keep everybody busy in and with the external world only. Individuals would not want to look inside themselves and admitting that all they experience in the world was a reflection from within them, because that would mean taking responsibility, and almost nobody wanted to do that. This not wanting to look inside oneself would safeguard that they would not look deeper and discovering that they were pure souls on an adventure in Crystalia. When individuals would discover this, they would start looking for Kandu within themselves, and Kalimabanco would lose them as inhabitants. The higher realms of the gods. Kalimabanco saw my potential at an early age, and under his guidance trained me in every aspect and offered me a place in the high realms of the gods, and I made myself into the god of reflections. I was great for his plan, as the power of reflection would keep everybody busy, caring for the endless things of the mortal world, and not making time and caring about Kandu and their real self, and making effort to get out of the realm of opposites. Throughout the history of the higher realms of the gods, however, there had been many wars and battles, and I played, unfortunately, my part in it. One of my best weapons in fighting and irritating the other gods was my flying mirrors, which appeared in front of the other gods when they were thinking bad and saying bad things about me. The mirror that appeared in front of them would not disappear until they had looked into the mirror and agreed that they were thinking and saying bad, and that was basically something bad inside themselves. They could get angry, but had to face themselves even longer and deeper before the flying mirror would disappear again. Touring my realm. At one point in time in the history of Crystalia, with the permission of Kalimobanko, I made my second home in a realm in which I could experience my energy in full. Here I had my playground, without having to battle with the other keepers, but where other problems arose. I went to the plains of dreams, to one of the castles of garments, and took the body I still have today, representing my purpose. In my realm live various tribes and under different conditions. The flying mirrors. I created with flying mirrors that appeared when somebody is thinking or saying something incorrect about others and the world, and confronts each inhabitant and visitor with themselves. This power of reflection I thought would keep the peace in my realm, but individuals found many ways to counterattack these flying mirrors, and that ranged from closing their eyes, wearing special glasses, to throwing stones to shooting the mirrors to pieces. Some inhabitants, however, see these mirrors as a great help in their life, because it stops you from pointing the finger and becoming a victim. But most inhabitants do not like this confrontation, because it means doing something about oneself, and not just pointing, blaming and complaining. The City of Vanity. Some inhabitants of my realm became very smart by using the idea of the mirror for other purposes. It became the City of Vanity, in which individuals are just busy with their physical appearance, watching themselves in the endless mirrors on every wall, but also hovering in the air. It became known in the entire universe, as the City of Fashion, and you can just imagine where you can shop for here. And in addition to the endless fashion shows, beauty parlors, there are many hospitals and clinics for plastic surgery. The big change. Having two main residences in the higher realms of the physical gods and in my private realm, I was asked at one point in time by Mariah Morrow to become a faculty member at the Magical University of Life, at the Sacred Archives. Morai, being the principal who respected anybody and who was wise, invited us all, the keymasters, the keepers and the guardians of the universe, and we, as the keepers of conduct, received the name Divanas. Under his guidance, we all had an equal position and shared the knowledge of the universe and nature from our perspective with the students, and we all felt important. It was a great change. We turned back into love and stopped our wars, for we all knew that you needed all the help you can get in order to save yourself and your planet. For those among you who want to become more aware and who understand that I am part and parcel of you and within everything and everybody, I invite you going the journey and rediscovering all about me in my realm. Or sit in my classroom at the university in the Sacred Archives, or learn the basics of life, or even connect with me through a home self-schooling system. All connections to me are an incredible experience, and the more you know, the better you can go through your life adventure. how I can help you in your life. Quote, everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. Carl Gustav Jung. End of quote. I am mirror, representing the force of reflections, reminding you that the external world is a reflection and projection of the internal world within your mind. You would not be able to recognize or experience anything when you would not have already the thought, the picture, feeling, smell and taste already inside of you. However, I represent one of the most difficult forces to accept. But when you understand and accept this, all things point to yourself. And then there is nothing to complain about anymore. From that moment on, you claim the power that enables you to experience life differently. Looking at your own movie. Know that your mind is projecting your life in the world like watching a movie on a screen. Everything that you experience is like looking into a mirror, and the only person you will meet in that movie is you and the decor you have set in your mind. The endless characters you meet, the ones you like and do not like, all the places, feelings and situations you like and not like, are all within you. How could you experience something in the world when it would not already be inside of you? You can only recognize a banana when the picture of that banana was not already inside of you. This is one of the hardest things to accept, but once you understand and agree with this fact, your life becomes less troublesome. You know at times that you have a hard time to accept certain behaviors from your parents, brothers, sisters, friends, and other people. Remember that you can only recognize them because they are inside of you. You may not play with them as others, but they are inside of you. When you accept this, you can forgive others. But when you're not, you stay pointing, blaming and fighting with a phenomena and with a phantom which will always haunt you. This is not just with behaviors of others, but actually everything you experience. And all the beauty you experience is inside you, but also the things you have a hard time with. So instead of fighting with your mirror, start using your mirror the best way possible. Shake hands with all these characters, challenges, places and situations. Accept that either you wrote them in your movie script or Kandu God himself. By means of this, you stay the director of your movie, which you have to go through anyway, and you learn to work with all these movie characters and situations from a more positive perspective. When people are not nice to you, know that you at times are not nice to others as well, and ask yourself how at times you are not nice to yourself. When you see people fighting or you hear about wars, know that you fight with others at times and ask yourself how and with what within yourself you are fighting with or at war with. The sickness and pain you see in the world is also a reflection of the sickness and pain within you. Just imagine all the wrong thoughts and unhealthy foods that you feed your organs with. They are in pain and slowly creating sickness. When you see beautiful things in life, but also ugly things, know that at times your beauty shines, but that as well some ugly behavior can come out of you. Look inside yourself and discover them, accept them, and learn to work with all these experiences. You are not able to take anything from your mind. You are not able to take anything away from your mirror. And you cannot change the world until you have accepted everything within yourself. Once you have accomplished this, the mirror and the outside world changes automatically, as you will see it with different eyes. Me as and not me and. To work even better with your mirror, And your inner and outer characters say not me and my father, mother, friend, teacher, but me as my father, as my mother, me as my friend, me as my teacher. When you do this, you are immediately in their role, which is a character within you, and you may deal better with these characters. The master and Kandu within. Also realize that when you recognize a master, teacher, guide, and master in your life, and that he is also inside of yourself. They do not want to be worshipped on the outside, but only show you the way to go within to find that real you and Kandu. And in order to do so, you must first accept what you are and the world is in your mirror, and then, with the instructions of your teacher, going through the mirror of worldly reflections to discover your guiding teacher, the real you, the soul, and Kandu, the creator within. The mirror. I welcome the mirror of life, for it helps me to deal with life.